Hello, juniors. This is Mrs. Martinez Alejandra. I'm one of the counselors at Mission Hills High School. Can't believe you guys are going to be seniors next year. Thank you so much for joining this presentation. This presentation is on course selection, which is a picking of classes for next year. We just want to remind you guys that the picking of classes will be done virtually this year. You should have received an email via your school email, and there are a couple links where one of them you click on it and it's a Google form where you pick your classes. So please make sure to complete that, review the courses that you've selected with your parents. All this course selection information, as well as our course catalog, can be found on our Mission Hills website page under School Counseling Department until you'll be able to find that. We also want to invite you to follow us on YouTube. We do have a YouTube channel where you will be able to find this presentation as well as other presentations that we've done. So today we're going to discuss a couple things, one of them being the differences between A through G requirements and high school graduation requirements. Are you on track for graduation or do you need to make up credits? And next steps of course selection. We have a total of 6 counselors on campus. It's based on your last names. So Mrs. Baker, she covers last names A through CI, Mrs. Segal, CL through GO, Mr. Cruz, GR through LL, Miss Goldstein, LO through OP, Mrs. Martinez Alejandra, which is me, OR through SAN, and then Mrs. Rios's SAP through Z. Our high school graduation requirements says this is what you need to complete to be able to walk that stage, take a picture like on graduation with your family, with your cap and gown. Um, it will be 40 credits or 4 years of English. Math, it's 2 years, 20 credits. You have to pass out geometry. Social studies, it's 30 credits, which is 3 years. Science, it's 20 credits, which is 2 years of science. PE is 20 credits, which is 2 years of PE. Language other than English, it's 20 credits or 2 years. Visual and performing art, it's 10 credits or 1 year. And then electives is 70 credits. So you might be thinking, wow, that's a lot of credits, 70. What that means is that any extra classes like math or any additional science classes that you take or PE, world language or art, like any of those extra classes that you take will go under the 70 credits of elective. The total number of credits that you need to graduate is 230. And then here are just some questions that we get every year. How many credits do I need to earn to graduate? You need 230 credits for graduation. Fs will give you 0 credits. So please make sure that you are not receiving any Fs because it will give you 0 credit. Do I need to take any test for graduation, such as like passing a P test or the SAT or the ACT? And the answer is no. There are no tests that you need to pass in order to graduate. How many community service hours do I need to earn? None. Community service is not a graduation requirement. The rumor that you're hearing is that in government, it is an assignment, but it has nothing to do with graduation. Okay. A through G requirements. These are the requirements that you need to complete if you're planning to attend and apply or attend a CSU or a UC. So that'd be like Cal State San Marcos across the street, or San Diego State, or UCLA, UC Berkeley, for example. So what they're wanting is 4 years of English. Math, they're wanting 3 years, and you have to pass Algebra 2. They're recommending 4 years of math. Social studies, which is your history, is 2 years. Science, they want 2 years, but 3 is recommended. World language is 2 years. Visual performing art is 1 year, and an elective is a 1 year. Please note you must earn a C or better in all 3 A through G classes. So they're wanting C's or better. SAT and ACT tests are not required for UCs and CSUs for your graduating year. Because of COVID, they're not requiring it for the UCs and the CSUs. If you're planning to go to community college right after high school, like Palomar or AmeriCosta, You do not need to be A through G, and you do not need to take the SAT or ACT.
Hello, Grizzlies. Mrs. Goldstein here. I'd like to now talk a little bit about the classes you've already completed. And when we go through this section, what I want you to look for is see if there are any Ds in classes that you need for A through G purposes. This would be if you're planning to go directly to a 4-year. You also want to make sure that you don't have any Fs in areas you need to make up for graduation. So you're looking at how many credits do I have so far? What subject areas are they in? And am I behind in any credits? In order to view this information, you're going to go ahead and log into your student or parent view account. Once there, you can go to course history to get information about the classes you've already completed in your credits. Please keep in mind, though, you do need to do this from access student or parent view directly from the website. The app does not give you these additional features. So in order to view this, make sure you're either logging on to the website or you're using your computer or laptop. Once you get to the course history section, it will say graduation status class of 2022. The chart that it shows you here does not give you a ton of information. So I'm going to show you how you can get some better information that kind of helps guide you. Also, please note to the right, it gives you your Cal Grant GPA as well as your weighted overall GPA. So on the right as well, you'll see where it says detail, and those are turned off. So for each detail button, you want to go in and change it to on. Once you do that, you'll be given additional information. To the left, you'll see this is a graduation requirement kind of summary. As we went over the subject areas before for graduation, you can also see them here. The second column is required, how many credits you need to earn in each subject area. The next is completed. These are how many credits you've completed already up to this point. In progress are the classes that you're completing right now. And remaining credits are the credits you're going to need for next school year. So this student or this example is 20 credits remaining for English, 10 for visual and performing art, 10 for social studies, and 10 for elective credit, for a total of 50 credits. So this student needs to make sure to sign up for a minimum of 5 classes next year to be on track for graduation. In addition to seeing the summary box, you can also scroll down to see what your grades were for each of the classes you've taken. You'll see at the top it says Mission Hills High School. This will say all. And so if you don't change it to Mission, if you went to school in the San Marcos Unified School District, all of your middle school grades will be listed here as well, but you don't want that information for the purposes of today. So make sure to go in and change it to Mission Hills High School only. Once you do that, you'll be able to see the classes you took and the grades you earned and the credits you earned for every school year up to this point. So for example, you can see this student earned Algebra 1, 5 credits and got a B, Biomed got a C, and so on. You can scroll down to see a list of all classes and all grades. Okay, so now that we had a chance to review your course history, what you would need to do at this point is to determine if you are on track for graduation. Most of our juniors have approximately 150 credits completed right now. By the end of this school year, you should be at a minimum of 170 credits. If you have less than 170 credits, you'll need to make sure to talk to your counselor to figure out a way to get back on track. If you do not have at least 160 credits, you may be at risk of not being able to graduate at Mission Hills High School, and we need to consider other options to get you caught back up on credits. On the next slide, we'll go ahead and talk a little bit more about ways to do so. So there are definitely ways to catch up on credits. Number one would be credit recovery. This is a class you would take either before school or after school during the school year, like a 0 period class or a 7th period class. And you can take this to make up any credits you might need for English, history, math, or science. Summer school is going to be an option this year, although we don't have a whole lot of information about what that will look like. Most likely it will be similar to credit recovery. where you complete the classes online, but more information will be provided at a later date. The third option is to take a class at Palomar. Through Palomar, you can take what's called concurrent enrollment, and these are classes that you take while you're in high school and you're also enrolled at Palomar as a Palomar student. Then there's dual enrollment, and these are classes that are taken at Mission Hills High School through Palomar, though, with a Palomar professor. For the concurrent enrollment, you would be purchasing the books, and there's other minor fees that you would pay for, but tuition would be covered. For dual enrollment, the books, the tuition, everything is covered. So if you're interested in taking a class at Palomar, please make sure to talk to your school counselor. There's something called a K form that we need to sign and provide to you so that you can take these classes for free. And finally, there are some online learning options available over the summer that you would take outside of Mission Hills or San Marcos Unified School District. Make sure that the classes that you're taking come from an accredited institution. And if you're not sure what that means or how to determine that, then reach out to your counselor to make sure you're taking the classes you need.
Hi, Grizzlies. It's me, Mrs. Segal, and we're going to be talking about course selection and what that looks like for you this year. Before we dive in and start talking about classes and how to select your classes for next year, I want to highlight a few important things to keep in mind during your course selection. First, you want to make sure you're selecting courses that are required for graduation, as well as meeting the A to G requirements for college. Remember, you want to keep your options open. We also want you to review your course selection with your parents, guardians. It's important to include them in this process. After all, it's the last time you're selecting courses for high school. Also, as you're selecting your classes, please keep in mind that some classes may not be offered next year. So it's important to have a backup plan. In addition to selecting 6 classes for next year, you will also be selecting 3 alternates. You'll all remember how important alternates are, right? Alternates are those backup choices in case your elective is full or is not offered next year. It is super important that you choose 3 alternates. For students who forget to select alternates, we will be enrolling students in classes with open seats. I don't want that to happen to you, so please remember to select alternates. Spread the word to all your friends. Alternates, alternates, alternates. Another thing, school counselors can't guarantee certain periods and/or teachers, so you want to make sure that you understand that well. Also, I want to discuss with you the 0 period options for next year. We will be offering Spanish 2, weight training, jazz ensemble, and chemistry. For 7th period, we will be offering choreography and drama production. 8th period, we will be offering marching band. Please keep in mind, if you're signing up for a 0 period, 7th period, or 8th period, 1, these classes aren't guaranteed. So 2, you want to make sure you have a backup plan. Also, if you're enrolling in one of these options for a 0 period, 7th, or 8th period, you will only be able to be enrolled in up to 6 classes. We also want to remind you what these abbreviations mean that you'll be seeing both on your transcripts and in the course titles. P stands for college prep, H stands for honors, AP stands for advanced placement. All 3 meet college requirements for A to G eligibility, as well as graduation requirements. Now, as you begin your course selection, we recommend that you have our course catalog opened on a separate tab. You will be able to access the course catalog 2 ways. One, you can click on the hyperlink on the presentation handout for this presentation, or 2, you can visit our school website, go to departments, click on counseling. From counseling, you're going to then click on course catalog.
All right, so let's go ahead and get started on selecting classes. So the first area we're going to look at today will be your English class for your senior year. There are 3 options. There's the English 12, the ERWC. This is the college prep option. There's English Literature AP. And then finally, We have a class that's not new to Mission Hills High School, but it can now count as your 12th grade English. AP Capstone Seminar is now approved to be your English class for your 12th grade. If you'd like to take maybe English 12 or English Lit AP, and you want to also take the AP Capstone Seminar class, then this AP Capstone class would go towards your elective credit.
Hello, Grizzlies. Mrs. Baker here. Let's talk about history. You've taken world history, U.S. history, and now here's your third year of history, government. Seniors take government, and here you are choosing between college prep government or AP government. Mathematics. To graduate, you need at least 2 years of math, and that must include geometry. And many seniors will actually take 3 or 4 years of math because taking math your senior year is very important. Even if you're not 100% sure what you want to do after high school, taking math your senior year can only support your growth as you get ready for all of your options after high school. It can help as far as placement in classes at any college. It can help support you get ready for trade schools, military, and so much more. Selecting your math class for 12th grade will depend on where you are in your math sequence and what you'd like to learn more about. For example, if you're in geometry right now, after geometry, there are many options. There's data science, which is a brand new class next year. Algebra 2 for strategic business management, which is also a brand new class for next year. And we still have our other Algebra 2 options, such as College Prep Algebra 2, and Honors Algebra 2. Then after that, you get into our calculus and statistics options. Please review our course catalog for more details, especially about these new classes, and you can always consult with your current math teacher or any math teacher you'd like for advice as well. If you're not sure what math to take, let's talk more about it. Perhaps if you have any ideas about any potential career goals or majors, that can help with your decision-making process. You can always consult with your school counselor as you research your math options as well. Life science. 1 year minimum to graduate, but students take more. We have great life science options such as AP Bio, if you have a B or better in Bio and Chem. Forensic science is an option as long as you've already taken a year of life science, such as Bio, and a year of physical science, and an example of a physical science is chemistry. Physiology honors is another great choice for those who have earned a C or better in Bio and Chem. Physical science, look at all these great choices. If you haven't taken chemistry, there's chemistry here. AP Chem, if you took Chem and you really liked it and you want to dive more into that chemistry world. And again, look carefully at the prerequisites and any recommendations for each class. AP Environmental Science, also known as APES. Physics, AP Physics, and for AP Physics, you can actually jump into AP Physics without having taken regular physics before. So that's pretty cool. And then there's Biochemistry Honors. As always, the course catalog is your best friend during this process, along with consulting any science teachers you'd like. Language other than English. 2 years of the same language other than English is needed. If you have already started your language sequence, then continuing it is a great idea. Hopefully, most of you have already taken at least 1 year of a language other than English. If you haven't, please talk with your school counselor about meeting this requirement. We have American Sign Language, French, Spanish, and Spanish for Spanish speakers.
Hi juniors, Mr. Cruz here, and now we're going to talk about our visual and performing art requirement, otherwise known as the VAPA requirement. So in order to graduate from Mission Hills High School, you must fulfill this requirement by obtaining 10 credits of a VAPA course. Additionally, if you plan on attending a CSU or a UC school right after high school, you must fulfill this requirement as well, as it is part of the A through G requirements. Some of the courses that we offer in the VAPA section are digital photo, drawing and painting, ceramics, metalsmithing, rock band, drama, and many, many more classes. So before you pick out a VAPA course, or if you pick out a VAPA course, it's important that you look through the course description to see what that class will entail and to see if that will be a good fit for you. Next up is our physical education requirement. So you guys are going to be seniors next year. Many of you have already fulfilled this requirement, but as a reminder, you do need 20 credits in order to graduate from Mission Hills High School of PE. So you can take this as an elective course, or you can take one of these courses to fulfill those other 10 credits. And some of the classes you can take are general PE, weight training, yoga, dance, and if you're in band, you can also take marching band. Now, we do offer specialty courses such as pageantry, basketball, baseball, and football. We also do have a general team sports class, which includes sports such as softball, wrestling, lacrosse, and many more. So it's important to note that if you will be applying for these specialty classes, that first you must try out for that sport, and then once you get accepted into the sport, once you make it on the team, then we'll go ahead and add this specialty class to your schedule. Next up, we have our career and technical education courses, our CTE courses. So our CTE courses are articulated with the community colleges, and by completing the pathway, you can be eligible to receive credit at the community college. Additionally, by completing the pathway, you can earn a special certification. For example, if you complete the healthcare pathway, you can be eligible to receive a CPR certification. For culinary arts, you can receive your food handling license, and for completing digital photo 2, you can be eligible to receive the Adobe Certified Associate in Photoshop. So these certifications are really useful if you're looking into careers or jobs that are in this realm, as they'll make your resume stand out. One last thing to know about CTE courses is that 1 year of a CTE course can count towards the LOTE requirement or the VAPA requirement, but this is only for graduation purposes. If you plan on attending a 4-year university right after high school, it's important that you fulfill the A through G requirements, meaning that you complete 2 years of a LOTE and 1 year of a VAPA. Some of the CTE pathways that we offer here at Mission Hills High School are the Education and Child Development, Computer Science, Culinary Arts pathway, Digital Photo. We have Digital Music, Engineering, Healthcare, and Public Safety. So something unique about criminal justice is that if you've already fulfilled 1 year of PE, that second year can be fulfilled by completing Criminal Justice 1 or Criminal Justice 2. So once again, CTE classes are a great option, and it's something, and also all of these CTE classes do count as a college prep elective. They fulfill that G requirement and the A through G requirements. So something to consider, and they're all really, really great classes.
Hi, and this is Mrs. Rios, and I'll be talking to you about the next couple of slides. In this section, other electives, you'll see that you have a variety of other electives to choose from that don't fit into the other categories. If you are going to be interested in ASB, please make sure you fill out the applications that are on this slide, as well as link crew. If you're thinking of going into the AVID program, just go ahead and select it. New courses to look into: Intro to Poetry, Plus, Latinos in Action. If you are interested in those classes but don't know what they're about, please make sure you look into our course catalog for the course descriptions. We also have a great partnership with Palomar College, and that program is called the Dual Enrollment Program. And what they offer are Palomar classes here on our campus for our high school students. What's great about it is it's free for you, so you don't have to pay for the class, and the books are also free. You can also receive some weighted credit as well as college credit. These are the courses that are listed that are available for you for this fall. So if you're interested, there is a link on our course selection website, and you can actually put your name on there to receive more information. So A lot of you are going to be in the situation that you don't have to take 6 classes. If your transcript or your credits will allow you to only take maybe 4 or 5 or classes, you can actually select an unscheduled period instead of a class. So make sure that when you're selecting that, you're only going to be able to have an unscheduled period first period or unscheduled period at the end of the day. You can't have an unscheduled period in between. So you can't have like a class first period and then no class second and then a class third. We do require a parent signature for that, parent guardian. So make sure you complete that and you will have a form that you can do that with. So great stuff. If you're a senior that don't need all 6 classes, you can be an unscheduled student. So what do you do now? Well, if you have any questions regarding this presentation, please make sure that you attend one of our Q&A Zoom meetings with your school counselor. And if you don't have questions, you can actually just jump in and start completing the Google form. This is what it looks like, and it should be in your email. The link should be in your email, and you can complete it now. You don't have to wait till March 23rd, but you have until March 23rd to complete it. So again, March 23rd, please complete your course selection. Please stay connected. We have different accounts that will provide you lots of information. So this is it, Grizzly. Please make sure to come to our Q&A, and remember, March 23rd is our deadline. See you soon.